I mean, good for Anya, though.
Totally. I'm very happy that she is standing up for herself.
Me too.
But we do have a YouTube comment.
We have someone, Awakened Link, 9 months ago. Manny's hair goes from great to disastrous every other season. I mean,
Truer words have
but
never been spoken.
Like, I'm leaning towards this hair being a solid medium.
This hair is not the worst.
It's fine. Like, in the grand scheme of, like, Manny's bad hair, this is more than fine.
The way that it started off this season was the worst. The blonde, the bangs.
Never forget the
terrible.
blonde. It was a bad cut.
Bad. That was the absolute worst. From worst to best, it was that, her, like, Venus season 5 premiere hair.
Yes.
The weird choppiness. The streaky thing, I think, comes after that.
Yeah.
Then just, like, straight her natural hair with bangs, which isn't bad. That's just next. And then I think, like, her natural, like, long hair.
Yeah.
Maybe the weird braid hairstyle is somewhere in the middle.
Yeah.
But yeah. Okay. Spirit Squad captain of the episode. I'm
Anya.
Anya.
Yeah.
Yeah. For all the things we already said.
Duh, of course.
Ship. I guess I'm going to go with Sav and Anya because they were cute and adorable and nothing bad happened. But I still forever ship Manny and Jay.
I'm sad about Manny and Jay, but right now I'm going to go with Sav and Anya for sure.
Yeah.
For this episode.
Moral of the episode. Don't let people treat you like garbage.
Yeah.
Stand up for yourself.
Yeah. It's perfect.
Grapevine.
We have tweets. So we have a tweet from Kieli. And it's back with fun facts. In the bloopers, that dog just keeps licking Stefan's face while he's trying to be serious. It's adorable. Which is precious.
I'm going to find those bloopers and watch them.
Yes. Oh, we could do a mini. And then Kaylee also, they're the one who told us about the, like, next gen people being in new class, but she's pretty sure that it's a troll now because, like, a lot of the names were misspelled, which I didn't know you could edit, like, other people's IMDb.
I think I knew that, but it's still generally pretty accurate because I feel like a lot of people don't know that. So it's not like Wikipedia where everyone knows you can edit it. So I don't know.
It would be nice, though.
Who knows?
Not me.
Do we have any other tweets?
Gloria thinks that there should be Never Forget the Montreal Boys merch, which I would totally make Montreal Boys merch.
Forever and ever.
Like, I would wear Montreal Boys merch, but also, like, we don't have those kind of funds.
I know. If we were in the position to have merch, maybe, but...
It would be all, like, Montreal Boys and Queen Kwan. I just have, like, dreams of Queen Kwan, like, merch.
And, like, Jay's needs friends, or I don't know. We'd have to figure it out. All right, cool. So we also have an email from Kirsten, and the subject line is just kind of miss emailing you guys.
We miss you too.
Yeah,
email us more.
We love it when anybody emails us. Email us all the time. And then she says, this is actually the dumbest thing, but I just miss getting in contact with you guys, so I felt like sending something fun your way for the next episode you record. Here we go. Here are the weirdest crack ships I could come up with. I was hoping you guys might say yes or pass on if you'd want to see these ships in any universe ever and how they'd ever work. Take into consideration that we're pretending age gaps don't matter. This was actually harder than I intended because I was trying to only use characters I know you know, and because it's Degrassi, everyone is pretty much hooked up with or at least crushed on everyone else, and there aren't enough LGBT people who haven't hooked up. Sigh. I did my best. So here are some crack ships. The first one is Liberty Peter. In parentheses, she writes, sorry, Liberty.
Pass.
Pass forever. But if it were to happen, how do you think it would happen?
I feel like she'd be tutoring him. And they would just, like...
It would be that
It'd
kind
just
of,
be, like, late at
night.
night.
A Nathan Haley deal.
Yes, exactly. Let's just make One Tree Hill references. It's fine, guys.
Can give her a bracelet on, like, a dock or whatever.
You can embarrass her at a party. I don't know.
All right, the next one is Jane and JT. I sure.
I think that would have worked. I think that she's like too much for him.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think he could handle her.
He would have crushed on her, but she would have been like, no, little boy.
Pretty much. Even though I'm pretty sure he's older than she is. But something about
still.
Jane just says, like, no little boy. Like, Jane has to be, like, dating college age.
The only way this would have happened would maybe be, like, a weird Romeo-Juliet thing when he was in his feud with Drake and company, because they were probably friends with Lucas, who was her brother, and maybe she would have witnessed something.
Ooh, that would have been fun.
Yeah.
It did end in a stabbing. Sorry. I couldn't stop myself.
But would he then be, like, the Mercutio in this situation? Because he wasn't in a forbidden love with somebody else. I don't know. Whatever.
Who knows?
All right, the next one is Mia and Craig. I'm sure on this. I think Craig totally would have gone after Mia because she's gorgeous.
Yeah, I think that for them, it's like they're just both pretty.
Yeah. It would have been fine, I guess.
I think it would have been fine for like a short amount of time. So I'm on board. I think it would have been boring.
How it would have happened, maybe it would have been sketchy where like he would have come back to watch like Manny do a cheerleading thing when they were still dating and see her.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I don't know. Ashley and Sav.
No. The age. I know that you said ignore the age difference, but like she's as terrible as Ashley is. She's so much more mature
like
than
13th grader with him as a 10th grader. He's in 10th grade, right?
It's a bummer to think about.
He has a sticker book. Like he's not mature enough for her. Not that she's like mature, but no. How it would have happened? Maybe he would have been hanging out with Toby. I don't know.
Who knows?
I don't know. Ellie and Peter. Parentheses. Sorry, Ellie.
No.
Pass on that.
Super
How would
pass.
it have happened?
I think he would have pursued her. I think it would have been like Jimmy pursuing her like at the beginning of the Ellie time.
Right.
Maybe she would have been like writing an article about him being a like child
pedophile.
Pornography distributor. One thing led to another.
Yeah, who knows? It's just like they're in like such the opposite circles. Like even when he was like with Emma and hanging out with Manny and like she and Manny, like Ellie and Manny hate each other already. Like it's like they're so far removed from one another that it's hard to think of how they would how it would ever even be possible.
Seriously.
Like I'm pretty sure Ellie has probably never actually spoken to Peter before.
Definitely has never spoken to him before in her life.
The next one is Manny and Sean. I do not support this one because Manny would never do that to Emma.
Never, ever.
But Manny does think Sean is hot, which is fair.
And Manny has made the occasional drunken mistake.
So maybe when he came back and Emma was like still with Peter, maybe instead Emma like didn't cheat on Peter with Sean, and Manny and Sean like ended up making out after a car show or something.
Totally. Car shows.
Because when he came back, Manny was like, he looks good. Although that would have also then caused her to cheat on Craig with Sean. So everyone's just cheating on people to be with Sean, which is fair.
Valid.
And then the last one is Darcy and Jimmy. Well, I mean, I don't know if Jimmy would do that to Spinner, but maybe if Spinner were already with Jane and be like, I don't care what Darcy does, we're friends now. Like maybe, and they're like all friends now.
Yeah, because he is friends with Peter now, kind of.
Yeah. So maybe if Darcy and Peter hadn't have gotten back together, and Darcy was still kind of like hanging out with Spinner and Jimmy, like it would maybe happen like that.
Yeah, I think it would work. I don't hate it, actually.
And then so that's the end of them. And then she says, I almost said Holly J. Toby, but then I remembered, spoiler, I'm sorry, but you have something gross as hell to look forward to.
Hooray.
I apologize to your eyes and souls in advance. P.S. You guys are coming for Gilmore Guys' crown in terms of my fave podcast. And every time I'm in Brooklyn visiting my girlfriend, I always wish I could hang out with you guys. Oh, that's so nice.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kirsten. That was very entertaining.
Yeah, you guys should send us more games. Games are fun.
We love the games. We also have a review by Jay, I believe, aka the amazing person who sings our new theme song.
And while we're talking about them, let's throw them a plug to their Tumblr.
Oh yeah.
I don't remember, but I have it here.
It's something like punny, right?
It is something punny. Oh, here we go. No combat, just wombats.tumblr.com. That's adorable.
Not punny, rhymey. Whatever.
Still cute.
So they say, also, I'm Jay, and I'd like to be friendshipped with Jay. So, go. It's a friendship ship.
I love it. Okay.
And it's with Jay.
Oh,
J squared.
J squared. Oh, my God. That's so fun. Okay. So, Jay, you are, you just moved to the outskirts of Toronto. You are a licensed mechanic. You're looking for a new gig. And you've been, kind of looking around at, different auto shops. You went to Joey Jeremiah's. But, you're like, oh, they don't repair cars. They just sell used cars. And, this guy seems kind of unstable. I don't know.
Unstable?
Have you seen his commercial? Because of his commercial. Have you seen his commercial?
He rips off his shirt.
Oh, my God. That commercial. Anyway. So, you go to one of the better auto shops in town, and you're like, here's my resume. This is what I can do. And they're like, all right, well, we have to test you. And you're like, I mean, that seems fair, I guess. I have a goddamn degree, but fine. And then, so you have to go up against this guy, Jay. And you're like, oh, that's funny. We have the same name. And so you guys go head to head, and you're repairing these two identical engines. I don't know how they have this set up. I don't know why. It's not feasible. But that's how it's going. And just oil is flying, and you're working really hard, and it's sparks, and it's very cool. And then you narrowly beat him, and they're very impressed because Jay is the best mechanic in the shop. And he's like, okay, so you're awesome, and obviously you're hired, but we should be friends because you are just as good as I am at this thing that I love, and all of my friends are drug dealers whose names I don't know. And and me and my girlfriend just broke up. I need a buddy. And then you guys become best friends. And you didn't even meet because of delinquent reasons, which was originally my idea.
Kelsey was like, do you think they'd be mad if I made them a delinquent? And I was like, maybe let's try to avoid it.
So I figured mechanic. I don't know. Being a mechanic's really cool.
I'm on board for it.
I wish I could fix literally anything. My
Any
life.
kind of machine.
Any machine.
My life, whatever, sure.
Whatever.
All right. That was awesome.
I've been trying to put up a coat rack in my apartment since December.
My clothing rack just literally fell apart. I'm balancing it up against a wall right now. Oh, so all the clothes don't just fall down in my room. It got broken during the move, so I need to buy a new one or a wardrobe or something. It's not great. But thank you, everybody who reached out to us. If you would like to be featured on The Grapevine, you can tweet at us at DeGrassiPod. We're on Instagram at DeGrassiPod. We're on Tumblr, whateverittakespodcast.tumblr.com. You can email us at whateverittakespodcast@gmail.com. We're on SoundCloud, iTunes, Stitcher, Spreaker, all the places.
We're on a network.
We're on a network, Filling the Void. We need to ask them if they have a bumper or something that we need to be putting into our podcast.
I asked.
But check out Filling the Void. They have lots of cool podcasts on there. And if you would like your own cool fan fiction like Jay got today, you should rate, review, and subscribe to us on iTunes. And if you leave us a review, that's how you get a fan fiction. And leave any of your preferences in the fan fiction or in the review. Also, if you are not in America, send us screenshots of your review so we can make sure to include you because we cannot see ones that are not from America.
Which is weird. Also, we have a Patreon page that we keep forgetting to talk about. But we have one.
Yes.
So if you feel so inclined, we have rewards. You may have heard some people come on the show and Skype in. That's an option. I don't know. Go look at it if
behind
you.
the scenes content, all the little